Welcome back to the Journey to Jerusalem on Wednesday of the first week of Lent. Jesus' journey to Jerusalem eventually takes him to Samaria, and the story unfolds for us in John chapter 4. There, he encounters the woman at the well. The encounter with this woman really goes to personal depths when Jesus asks her, "Go and call your husband." The scriptures say, "The woman answered and said to him, I do not have a husband." Jesus answered her, "You're right in saying I do not have a husband, for you have had 5 husbands, and the one you have now is not your husband." And you can almost feel her cringe or shrink within. Everyone in town knew her story. Everyone in town knew her messy life. And as Jesus is with her, and really reading her soul and revealing to her her history, you can almost imagine how she would shudder to think that yet another man would judge her. And of course, Jesus, he doesn't. He looks right at her. He looks in her eyes with his eyes, and he doesn't judge her. He just loves her. This whole week we've unpacked how Jesus is love, the purity of love. Continuing with Pope Benedict XVI, Deus Caritas Est, we read, and I quote, "Love of neighbor is shown to be possible in the way proclaimed by the Bible, by Jesus. It consists in the very fact that in God and with God, I love even the person whom I do not like or even know. This can only take place on the basis of an intimate encounter with God. Then I learn to look on the other person not simply with my eyes and my feelings, but from the perspective of Jesus Christ. Seeing with the eyes of Christ, I can give to others the look of love they crave." We struggle to believe that God loves us because when we think about God looking at us, we think that he looks at us through the same eyes we see ourselves through. We see our mess. We see our sin. We see our brokenness, our woundedness, our imperfections. For many of us, the way that we see ourselves, the eyes through which we see ourselves are our own and filled with our own judgments and our own history. And when we see ourselves through those eyes, it's difficult for us, perhaps, to love ourselves or to love our story. And here's the good news. Here's the good news for the woman at the well. Here's the good news for you. God doesn't look at you through your eyes. He looks at you through his eyes. And his eyes are perfect. And as we've been talking about this week, his eyes are free. His eyes are merciful. His eyes are pure. When Jesus looks at you, he looks at you through his eyes. Today, ask Jesus what he sees when he sees you. For your prayer today, I encourage you to pray with John chapter 4, verses 1 through 26. Be with Jesus as he is with the woman at the well. Be there. Be in the scene. Let yourself just kind of be taken into the scene. And as you are there, what's in your heart as Jesus speaks to her? How is it that Jesus sees her? And what does Jesus see when he sees you? Pray this prayer with me. Jesus, I want to grow in my relationship with you. I desire to know you personally and how you particularly love me. God bless you.